Have you ever wondered how resin artists create their stunning masterpieces? The secret isn't just talent or creativity. It all starts with the right tools, and today I will uncover the must-have tools that every resin artist cannot live without. So stick around until the end. You won't want to miss this. Hi everyone, thank you for visiting my resin tutorial channel LisinCult. My name is Lydia, and in this tutorial, we will learn about the essential equipment and tools needed by all resin artists. Look, I've got them all. Let's go over them one by one, but I think it's too chaotic here to go over each one individually. Just a second. Now it's better. Let us start it. Safety should always come first. Before starting your resin project, you need some safety tools like gloves, respiratory mask, apron, or gown. Why gloves? To keep your hands clean and resin-free and protect your skin against any irritation. You know that resin is a chemical substance and it may cause some skin allergies. Quality, it could be latex, nitrile, or even plastic one, but definitely the powder-free one. Wine mask, to avoid inhaling harmful fumes when you are mixing resin or hardener or during torching process. Why an apron? Resin is forever on clothes. As you can see in all of my tutorials, I always put on gloves and my surgical gown to protect my skins and clothes. Remember, your safety is the first layer of your masterpiece. Take it seriously. A level surface is essential for flawless resin art. To ensure your surface is perfectly flat, use a level tailored to the size of your workspace. For large areas, we use level bar. For smaller spaces, we go for small one like this. Because if the surface is not level, the resin will not spread evenly and it may drain to one side and it's ruin the effects that you're expected to create. So before pouring your resin, position the level vertically and horizontally as well to check that your surface is completely level. Look at the bubble in the level. When it sits exactly between these two black lines, it indicates that your surface is perfectly level and ready for starting your resin project. No one wants resin to run off to one side, so having these tools is a must. For making your mixtures, you need plastic containers like measuring jars, plastic cups, paper cups, or silicone one. For large amount of resin, I always use see-through plastic jars because I can be sure that two components are blended properly and it's reusable as well. If you are measuring your resin and hardener by volume, it's important to use a container with a precise measurement marking. This will help you accurately measure the resin and hardener to achieve a perfect ratio, which is usually 1:1 or 2:1. Otherwise, the resin might not be cured properly. Therefore, keeping these precise measurements is crucial. For a small amount of resin, smaller containers work well, and for making your colors or designing mixer, you can use paper cup or silicone cup. The silicone cup is very convenient. Once you have finished your work, you can let any leftover resin cure and then easily peel it off and use it again. But there is a key point about paper cup. If you are using ink or alcohol ink colorant, I suggest you avoid using paper cup because the ink can be absorbed by the inner surface of the cup, which may change the density of your color mixture. With other colorants, this issue doesn't happen. Think of wooden or plastic sticks as the unsung heroes of resin art, your trusted sidekicks in crafting magic. We use them for mixing resin and hardener or preparing our colors or designing parts, or for picking up and applying different pigments or glitters. Wooden stick is low price, biodegradable, and disposable. But there is just one downside. The tiny grooves on its surface trap air when mixing resin and hardener, and it creates more bubbles. But if you want to stick to your wooden stick, I have an idea. When you mix resin and hardener, just put the stick aside and let it dry. Then you will have a wooden stick that is coated by a thin layer of resin, and you can use it several times, killing two birds with one stone, having your wooden stick and saving your money as well. Plastic one is cool, reusable, easy to clean, and ready for the second round. I prefer the plastic one, but it's up to you which one to choose. Preparing resin mixture is not just about creativity, it's about precision. So let me introduce you our precision expert, the scale. In resin art, accurate measurements are crucial. There are two different methods of measuring resin and hardener, by volume or by weight. In another video, I explain these two measurement methods in details, and I suggest you watch it for more information. But if you have chosen the second method, the scale will help you to mix resin and hardener in a perfect proportions. Inaccurate measurements lead to incomplete curing, brittleness, weaker structure, bubbles, cloudiness, and wasting both time and materials as well. Without a scale, working with resin is like baking without measuring cups. It might be fun, but will it work? Definitely not. These are two samples of digital scale. If you are mixing a large portion of resin and hardener, you need this one. But for a small amount, you need a scale with an accuracy of 0.01 grams, something like this. With your trusted scale, you are ready to mix like a pro. Say goodbye to sticky mishaps and hello to perfect resin art every time. Think of your mold as the fairy godmother of a resin art. It transfers your creative idea into shiny, beautiful realities. A resin mold is a reusable template that shapes resin into the specific form as it cures. Most of them are made of silicone because it is flexible, durable, and easy to remove the cure resin. We have variety of pre-made molds in all shapes and sizes, but you can make your mold for unique design. In one of my tutorial videos, I showcase different ways to create custom molds, and you can go and watch this video, and I put the link in the description box. How to care for your mold? Clean your mold after use and store them flat to maintain their shape. Avoid using sharp tools with them, and your mold will thank you. One functional tool in resin art is heat gun. It produces both heat and airflow, and we use it for creating some special technique like marble effect, in resin ocean for developing cell effects, or for warming resin to move smoothly, or merging colorants in resin project. We can also use it to get rid of trap bubbles. We can adjust the temperature, we can control the airstream with this power switch, and it usually comes with different nozzles to direct the airflow, depends on what techniques you are performing. But you might be wondering, what is the difference between a heat gun and a hairdryer? Let's compare the performance of these two together. Both produce heat and airflow, but they have distinct characteristics. A hairdryer generates a strong airflow, but less heat to avoid damaging your hair. Heat gun is quite opposite. It provides less airflow, but a significant amount of heat. I have seen a lot of artists use the hairdryer instead of heat gun. The choice is yours based on the techniques you want to create, your comfort with either tools, and how well you can control the airflow and needed heat. There are two important points to consider. In alcohol ink technique, I prefer to use a small hairdryer instead of heat gun because, as you know, alcohol is highly flammable and can ignite at high temperature. But if you want to use heat gun for this technique, I recommend setting it to a very low temperature to minimize the risk of fire. The second point is that when you are working with the heat gun, the tip or its nozzle gets very hot and you may burn yourself or damage your workplace. So when you finish your work with heat gun, without touching its head, just put it on a silicone mat or silicone coaster to cool down. Remember, safe hands make beautiful art. This small tool is one of the resin artist's besties. It can be used to remove the bubbles on the surface of your work or for warming the surface of your resin project to help the pigments move smoothly or for creating wonderful resin cells. And also it helps to burn off the tiny dust or debris that has landed on the surface of your resin work. Remember, don't keep torching constantly and very close to the resin surface, about 5 or 10 centimeters away, and move it in sweeping motions to avoid overheating the resin. And be careful not to burn yourself because its flame is very sharp and intensive. It's a useful tool, but use it cautiously. These two toothpick or dulting tools are very handy in resin art. We use them for mixing tiny amounts of pigments or removing stray dust or debris from the resin surface before it cures. They're perfect for reaching those difficult spots when bubbles tend to hide. And we can also drag these tools through the colored resin to create wonderful designs like waves, marbling, or 3D flowers petals. It's like having a magic wand for fine-tuning your resin art. Think about them. In resin art, silicone sheet is an excellent tool for protecting your work surface. It catches resin drips, preventing damage, and it's super easy to clean. Just wipe it down with an alcohol pad or wet wipes. Or you can let the resin dry, then easily peel it off and reuse the sheet for the next project. It's really convenient. If you don't have the silicone sheet, don't worry, you can use plastic or paper sheet instead. They are not reusable, but they will do the same job. Cleaning resin may not be enjoyable as creating it, but don't worry, we have a perfect cleaning team to help us. Alcohol, wet wipes, and kitchen towel. Think of these items as your first line of defense against messy resin chaos. Alcohol is excellent for wiping down tools, surfaces, and even your gloves if resin drips onto them. We can use wet wipes for quick cleaning without the use of harsh chemicals, and you can clean your molds or silicone tools throughout your project. Kitchen towels are ideal for wiping your large resin spits, drying surfaces or molds after cleaning, or placing under your workplace to catch drips. With these cleaning essentials at your sides, you will keep your workplace spotless. Okay, my friends, I believe now you know all about these essential tools for working with resin. If you are finding value in this video, please hit the like button. It really makes a huge difference. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing tips, tricks, and creative projects. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments, so feel free to share your shares, questions, suggestions, and recommendations. Remember, working with resin is all about experimenting, learning, and most importantly, having fun. So gather your supplies, let your imagination run wild, and don't be afraid to make some messes along the way. Until the next video, have a wonderful day.